Never waste a good crisis. And when it comes to the economic crisis, don't waste it when it can have a very positive impact.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
The way we're going to win over the long term is not just militarily. We've got to win over hearts and minds. And what that means is we've got to invest in countries that have no educational infrastructure and have no means for young people to get ahead. We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
Stay tuned for politics and...
Today it's being reported that the United States is fighting Israel's nuclear program. The United States has begun denying visas to Israel's nuclear scientists, according to the Hebrew language Daily Mariv. The workers at the reactor in Dimona, that's the Israeli nuclear site, told the paper that they had been treated poorly by U.S. representatives and had been told that they could not travel to the United States. For the past 20 years, it has been common for scientists working at the Dimona reactor to travel to universities in the U.S. to enhance their knowledge in the fields of physics, chemistry, and nuclear engineering. The only reason the Dimona scientist visa requests were refused was their work at the reactor, sources in the military establishment said. None of the researchers has had any trouble with the law in Israel or in America. A former Dimona worker told Mariv that the problems between Israel and America went beyond denied visas. The U.S. has also created a de facto embargo on equipment needed in the Dimona reactor, he said. The refusal to sell Israel certain parts began after current U.S. President Barack Obama took office, he said. When it comes to certain other pieces of equipment, he added, the U.S. now permits sales only if Israeli officials explain exactly what the part will be used for. Professor Zev Alphas of the nuclear engineering program at Ben Gurion University confirmed the statements made by the anonymous former Dimona worker. Some people are not getting visas to the United States for the sole reason that they work at the Dimona reactor, he said. In addition, he said, the U.S. does not sell a single piece of nuclear-related equipment to the Dimona reactor. They sell to the universities that refuse to sell equipment to the reactor. On Friday morning, spokesman for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's announced that he would not attend a nuclear security summit in the U.S. as previously planned, but would send a senior minister in his place. Netanyahu apparently decided not to attend the summit due to concerns that he would face pressure over Israel's nuclear program. The visa refusals may have been another factor leading to his concerns. Whoa. Look at this. So, we don't embargo our enemies, and we do embargo our friends, unless our friends are really our enemies, and our enemies are really our friends. Could it be that Barack Obama is more friendly to Iran than he is to Israel? Now, how else do we interpret it? I mean, Iran is going gung-ho ahead with her nuclear program, and it seems like President Obama is powerless to stop it, and has resigned himself to a nuclear-equipped Iran. And now we find out that Israeli scientists, if they work at Dimona, they're now banned from the United States of America. That's one of our best friends in the world. Is President Obama really an enemy of the state of Israel? He's coming down on Israel at every turn, telling them they cannot build in their eternal capital, East Jerusalem, which our Congress, we have a law on the books. This president has vowed to uphold the law, but I don't think the law means anything to him. This president said he would uphold the laws of the United States of America. It's in our law that Jerusalem should never again be divided. It is the undivided eternal capital of the people of Israel. It was passed in the 90s in our Congress and signed by our president. But now that he's saying don't even build another thing there, this guy, I think, thinks he's a dictator, or maybe he thinks he's a king. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. The Bible actually tells us that there's a war coming that's going to kill 2 billion human beings.
Define marriage. I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. But I do believe in civil unions.
Hamas has said clearly and publicly that they are not going to continue the truce, and the same day they attacked Israel.
When the confirmation of the covenant occurs, it marks the beginning of the final 7 years to Armageddon.
Today is Friday Open Lines. Give us a call right now, 1-877-ENDTIME.
Look, there are two things I don't discuss: politics and religion.
In my house, we don't talk about politics and we don't talk about religion.
I'll talk to you about anything except politics and religion.
I never talk about politics and religion.
Politics determines how we'll live here on earth.